Hi, it's been a while since I vlogged. I just came back from physio, hence the appearance. I'm feeling quite tender because I did dry needling for the second time ever in my shoulders again, and they are feeling very tender, but I did get something quite exciting. So my hot water bottle burst, and I've officially been fired from having hot water bottles. This is the second one that has popped. So I got a beanbag that you heat up in the microwave, and this is the type of beanbag that my physiotherapist uses on me, and it's really nice because I can do this and just have it sit on my shoulders. So I'm very excited about that. The second very exciting thing is that I got a free matcha today from my local Vita, and they said thank you ever on the card, and it's so cute and it's so nice, and I'm very grateful. It's about 9:30. I think I need to wash my face, I need to get dressed. In terms of scent combinations, I think I'm going to wear Cocoa and Cashmere by Clinique in tandem with my Mugler, but I don't know, it might be a Mugler only day today. We'll see how it goes. I also got new inners and I slept so well. I love them so much. So I got this sleep shirt about 3 weeks ago from Woolworths, and I've worn it quite a few times, but something that's a bit disheartening is I've already lost 3 buttons on it, and the other buttons don't seem like, they seem to be a little bit flimsy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce the ones that are still on, and then I'm going to sew back on the other ones, because I do believe in mending what you already have. It's just a little bit disheartening because my pink sleep shirt that my mom bought from Woolworths like 15 years ago, which is not an exaggeration, it doesn't have any defects or anything. Maybe I just got a defective one or something like that, but I am a bit disheartened that I've already lost 3 buttons, and I don't think this has happened to me with any of my other buttoned clothing items that I've gotten from Woolworths. So maybe I just got a defective one, I'm not quite sure. So my shoulder is feeling, specifically this one, is feeling quite a bit tender from physio this morning. So I've heated up my new beanbag and it works really well. I'm going to be sitting like this while I sew in my bed and continuing to watch Peaky Blinders.
Hey! Oh, yes, it's a big stretch. Wow. Hi, darling. Hi, darling.
Hi, it is almost 6 o'clock and my family and I spent the whole day in Franschhoek, so I am quite exhausted. I didn't get any jewelry there. It was surprising because there was nothing there that really caught my eye, and grateful again because I've been trying to be more financially responsible and financially aware this year. I did get one thing though. My dad very kindly bought it for me. I got it from a shop called Peacock Blue. It is this gorgeous blue merino wool and cashmere blend jumper. I love it. It is not oversized like majority of my jumpers. It is quite well fitted and long enough, which is very important. It is a 90% merino wool and 10% cashmere blend. I'm interested in trying out this combination because I had a 80% merino wool and 20% silk blend turtleneck short sleeve. I had it in black and beige, but it made my neck incredibly itchy. I have quite sensitive skin and it made my neck so itchy. I have since rehomed it to my best friend Stassi and she loves it. So I'm interested in seeing the combination of cashmere and merino wool. I have a 100% merino wool jumper. It is this one. It's also a crew neck. This one is very oversized on me. It's this gorgeous forest green and this is 100% merino wool. It doesn't make my neck itchy purely because it doesn't reach my neck. It sits at the base of my neck. So I'm quite interested to see how the cashmere wool influence how it feels against my skin. I haven't tried on any 100% merino wool turtlenecks or mock necks, so I'm interested to see if it was maybe for some strange reason the silk that was influencing the merino wool and making it a bit more itchy, because they were very great layering pieces. I have started working out again. So 2 to 3 years ago I used to be known as a gym rat. I fell in love with weightlifting and I did it for a long period of time but quite inconsistently. That's one of the biggest issues I've found with creating wellness habits outside of the comfort of my own home. But even just working out at home I find to be quite difficult to be consistent with it. But last year, I think the last time I went to the gym to weightlift specifically, or just in general, last year was in April or May, and I just stopped after that because I fell out of love with it. It started feeling like a chore. Last year, both semesters had 8 a.m. classes for me, so I was awake very early in the morning and I'd get home quite late in the afternoons and I'd be very exhausted, and then just having to go to the gym was just, it felt like a bit too much for me, so I just stopped going. And as I've mentioned quite a lot in terms of my social media presence and to my friends, my comfort creator is Melissa. She's stated in her vlogs that she suffers from chronic neck pain and she started going 2 to 3 times a week to go weightlifting to build up muscle, and that's really helped her. So I have had chronic back pain. I am very young, however chronic pain does not discriminate. I have had chronic back pain since I was 15, so we're looking at 6 years now, and it is mainly psychosomatic, so it is a physical representation of my internal anxiety and stress. And so I've been going to physiotherapy for it, which helps a lot. To my friends specifically about the fact that you can't expect yourself to work at 100% at your 100% best or at your fullest. You can't expect yourself to work to your fullest capabilities or capacities if you aren't taking care of yourself and you're not taking the necessary time to rest and rejuvenate. However, I wasn't doing that last semester in terms of taking care of my chronic pain, and I would often just see the physio when I had downtime. So we get a week off in the semester and then we have our long holiday, a long break between semesters. So I went, I want to say just before, like the week before my exam started, and then I went again for maintenance. And I spoke to my physiotherapist and I said that I really do need to be stricter with myself in terms of going to the physio consistently, as, you know, consistent maintenance, because if I don't let it build up to such an extent where I can barely move, then it's going to be better for my health. But also, you know, rebuilding that muscle mass that I used to have can also be very beneficial. And I hate to say it, but I don't really, but you know, they're really onto something, because I work as a bookkeeper for my parents, and as part of that I do quite a lot of physical paper filing. And I'd noticed, not this past week but the week before that, when I was filing, that my back was just so incredibly sore, to the point where I felt like I was going to burst into tears. However, this week I actually went to the gym, and specifically one of the days I did upper body and did target my back. And when I went to work yesterday, I was barely in pain. So I really do need to figure out a way to not only have a work-life balance or an academic / school life balance, but within that finding time and creating a mental environment that's conducive to me exercising regularly, because it really, really did wonders for me. And rewiring the way that I view exercise, not as something laborious or a chore, more so a labor of love to my future self, because I'm only going to be this young once and I need to take advantage of that. And it really does do wonders for you. I have been rereading a series from my childhood called Skullduggery Pleasant. It's by Derek Landy. He is an Irish author and I highly recommend it. I'm currently on book 6. I started about 2 weeks ago and I was finishing a book in about 18 hours at a time, but then I went back to the office and that sort of interfered with my reading pace. So I started reading again, I want to say on Thursday I started book 6. So I think for the rest of this evening I'm going to be reading. I've already done my skincare and I've already showered. I'm going to be doing reading as well as doing some laundry, setting out my things for lunch tomorrow, and overall just recharging, because we spent the whole day out of the house, my family and I. We left at about 9:15 this morning and we only got home at 4:20 this afternoon, so it was quite intense and I'm definitely feeling very pooped. So I think a good old-fashioned recharge, perhaps a brain dump into my journal, and making a to-do list for everything that I need to get done before lunch tomorrow. Because the restaurant that we're going to is not close to where I stay, I'm planning on washing my hair before I go and changing my bedding, etc. That's what I usually do on a Sunday, and getting some laundry done before I go. So I'm going to have to be up and at it quite early if I want to leave in time to get there on time. So we'll see how that goes. What are you guys reading at the moment? Also, today I wore Vanilla Haze by Fugazi and it's genuinely so incredible. I really wish that they would come out with a perfume oil of it, because I have my sketchy little packet. So when I got my I had a bunch of my jewelry go to my jeweler for various reasons, and when he sent it back in these little baggies. So when I went to Skins, which is a niche fragrance, luxury, body care and makeup store here in South Africa, when I went to Skins just after my initial exams, I took a bunch of baggies with me so that I could put the scent sticks as well as the 2 testers that I got, or 2 samples that I got, into the bag so that they wouldn't like leak or make my handbag smell funny. So I always harp on people for not, when you're using a serum that comes in a dropper, don't touch the dropper to your face, because it's not meant to touch your face, and therefore there's not necessarily any safeguards put in place to prevent bacteria from growing in there and therefore affecting your skincare. However, I've broken that rule with this, and I've done it once before with a sample that I got from them of Vanilla Vibes by Juliet Has a Gun. What I do is I essentially unscrew it and I use the little straw that goes into the actual top of it where you spray it out, and I apply that to my skin. And the reason why I want them to come out with a perfume oil of this is I find that it's sometimes too strong when I spray it directly onto my skin. I do think that the atomizer on the actual Vanilla Haze perfume bottle is different to the one in this, but you know, just an idea. It projects so much. I keep my perfumes in my bookshelf because the sun doesn't reach there, and it projects so much. I can smell it from here, so I might wear that tomorrow, or I might just stick to my normal Mugler. But let me know, what are you guys reading at the moment, and what is your current favorite scent? Hi, I just got back from Karen's birthday lunch. It was so lovely. I'm exhausted. I have gone out for very long periods of time, 2 days in a row now, and that is just not something I usually do. So I'm a little bit exhausted. I have done some general housekeeping things. For instance, I changed my bedding this morning, I've washed my hair and things like that, but I still need to vacuum and do stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna do that now. It is just past 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I guess it's more evening now. Oh well. I'm just really exhausted. Whew. And so I think I'm going to pack away all of my jewelry and things like that, sort out my laundry, and unpack my bag, my handbag, and tidy up my space a bit more. And then I'm gonna have a bath, a bubble bath specifically. I'm going to do my Sunday care routine. I'm going to relax. I'm going to read. Really need to read. And just gonna take it easy, quite frankly. So yeah, lunch was great. It was so lovely just to spend time with Karen, especially on her birthday, because it is such a special birthday for her. It's her 20th birthday, and I'm so immensely privileged that I get to be one of the people that she spends the day with. So that was absolutely wonderful. It was a new restaurant for me. We went to Simon's in Constantia and it was wonderful. I had a chicken schnitzel. I didn't take any photos, but it was really good. The portions are also really, really good. Today's scent combo is the same as yesterday. I'm wearing Vanilla Haze by Fugazi in tandem with Alien Goddess by Mugler. It just seemed very fitting. I saw some photos of Simon's online and it looked quite cozy in a very eclectic Victorian manor house style. So I thought it would fit the energy, and Karen said she liked it, so that's all that matters. I'm just really tired. And my mascara is crawling down my face at this point. I can't wait to take my contact lenses out. I can't wait to put my hair up and relax. I need to water my other plant. I need to water my orchid. I'm excited for a very relaxed Sunday evening after a wonderful lunch with my best friend. So let's get into that.
Hello.
Too early and put himself at risk by having his teammate on his tail. Then the wheels came coming out of Lasson's hairpin. Leclerc